And the
We
way
just-
the way
Yeah, okay. We might want to, okay, so we just record. What did we want to talk about today? Was there a thing specific?
A topic? Well, I have
Yeah,
one.
you know what I was kind of,
Okay, go ahead, Suzanne.
Sure.
Sorry.
no, you tell me.
We've each been traveling and art making. So we've been on residencies and different things. And so I was thinking we could discuss how our work changed, or how making art in the residency was sort of an important part of how we're working, our focus, our studio practice.
Sure.
And that.
Sure, why don't you go? Do you want to
Sure,
have
I'll
something to
start.
say?
So
Yeah.
I was in Greece this spring, and topic was working on vessels and dimensional work. So one of the challenges of traveling is, can you take the stuff home? Can you pack it and bring it home? And so approach was to create work that I could disassemble and bring home. But it actually ended up that I did that, and some of the work was not damaged, but just not in good shape. But it also got me working flat again, and doing some vessels, some small sketches. So just a daily practice of going into my work area and creating something right away without too much thought, just sort of sketching, and going back to kind of an important foundation of being an artist is to practice and explore and create. So that was kind of my approach. And then in 2 weeks, I'm going to be at another residency. So we'll see how things change for that too. And Chantel, I loved your Instagram video of your workspace and the fun that you had in your going on the ferry and going to the island and so on. So how about you?
Well, I didn't go into residencies like you did. You didn't. I didn't take the plane, and was in my province. But I can say that I created residencies. So last year, when I went to the north, when I went into the islands in Havre Saint-Pierre, and I went in there like a tourist, but inside of me changes happen, and since then it's like getting inside of me, and I'm working on something that's beautiful inside of me. So for me, you can create your own residency without having to apply and be in some place where you're supervised. But I would love to create one in a bigger sense, like talking to my the mayor and my government cultural association, and trying to create something, a project. So
Yeah.
that could be something that I would love to do. Create your own space where you want to live and be in your own bubble, creative bubble.
Yeah.
How
good,
about you,
good.
Suzanne?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what's funny? I think I've probably talked about this so much, but not recorded. So that I went to France in May for residency. Susan inspired me like crazy not to bring stuff, like just to bring very minimal things. It changed my life just working with what I had, and it opened up a new thought of moving forward for work, but I'm really struggling with that now. But I'm not struggling in the way that, okay, that was stupid and I'm just going to throw it away. I'm just struggling making it happen. And it's just going to be a struggle for the next couple of months doing these, what it brought up was these little installations. I'm just struggling with the minutia of it, because as much fun as it is at the residency, having no limitations, and unlike Susan, I just threw mine all away. I didn't even intend to bring it home, because I just wanted to be and see what came out, and it did. But now having to transfer it to real art and real stuff is where I'm struggling, but I know it's the right thing to do. So I've got to figure out how to go from one to another, all the while making my more typical work right now, because I've got some deadlines for things. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how we all approach residency so differently too. We need to talk about that sometime, because I think there's a lot of people, because there are a lot of new ones popping up and I think people want to know about the minutia, or like the actual logistics of it, how they work, what our experiences were, specifically with the hardware of it all, paying for it, getting there, what did we bring, that kind of stuff. So that's
good point.
Yeah, so I'm struggling to transfer from the residency, and I'm also, when we go up to Collingwood all the time, because I don't have my studio there, I'm almost having that mini thing of, okay, I've not got a lot of my supplies, I can't do my normal stuff, but I'm over that. Like, I've had enough of that now. I need to pull it all together. So I'm just struggling with that, but it'll happen. So that's that.
So do you think are you starting with kind of the experience into the present moment?
No, because I've actually been able to do, you mean the experience of the residency?
Yeah.
Actually been able to almost duplicate some of that magic, that I call it, when I'm in Collingwood, because I've just made myself use whatever I have available, and with the idea that this is all going to be discarded, but it's just I'm making prototypes, blah, blah, blah. So it's not really that. I'm just struggling. This idea came out of this all. So I'm struggling with bringing that idea to fruition, because it's such a large idea. Like, in my head, there's so many moving parts and stuff, like what, sizes, shapes of panels, how do I, like, layout, things like that. So, and I work a bit backwards. I see the end display before I start working. So
that is different.
Yeah. Well,
that's a whole nother topic too.
Well, yeah, because I think that my work has more of a graphic design element to the final work. There's the work, and then how it presents itself as a graphic feature, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I will get there, but we'll that's what I'm struggling with. But it all came out of the residency, so that's awesome. Yeah.
And how about you, Chantal? When you were away, can you bring that when you create your residency, or when you're away like you were last year? How do you bring that into your present focus or your present experience?
Yeah, I don't know about you too, but I take so much videos and photos to recreate in my, when I want to go back in how I felt. I like to recap with those videos and those photos, just to understand what happened, because it's the magic of being away without any, the studio's not there, there's no restraint about, the calendar and having to do this exhibition. And so you're just in the space of inspiration. And so I do a little bit of sketches, but not that much. I do a lot of photos and videos, and the rest of it is just get it inside of me and feeling it. But how about you, Suzanne?
Susan, yeah.
Yeah.
Susan.
That's okay.
So one of the other things I do, and perhaps we can explore that some other time in greater depth, is I do a lot of journaling, a lot of writing, and some of it is I'm in the habit of doing morning pages, so that sort of brain dump first thing in the morning, but also in a sketchbook. So for each place that I go, I have a different sketchbook. So it has a lot of writing and a lot of notes and a lot of, today I want to work on such and such, or yesterday that didn't work really well, sort of reflections, but also some sketches and some ideas, samples, little bits of paper or threads or fabric that I stick in the book, as well, sort of as a an ongoing process. But then I can look back at it and say, oh yeah, here's something that I could address, and that sort of thing. And it doesn't necessarily ground me, but it gives me that depth of experience, I think. And Suzanne has something entirely
I'm just
different,
laughing
right?
when you mentioned journaling. That's going to be a very short conversation from my end, because I'm just not doing it. But I will be more than happy to participate and listen to your thoughts on something that clearly works for you, but I am just not. I've tried it all.
Yeah, me too. I tried it. I tried to do journaling so much. I wanted to be like
I want to be a journaler.
Yeah, they say, Susan, say you have to. So I had to. So I tried it all, and all kinds of way of doing journal. It could sometimes look like scrapbooks, or sometimes just doing some painting. And I think I'm just more in an intuitive, I let it get in, and just, it's like an atmosphere. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you've got all my respect, Susan. I wish you could.
Well, maybe I'll just teach the two of you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not even. I'm telling you, don't even. I have zero interest in it.
I think for myself, when I do my videos, it's kind of a way of doing my journaling. When I do, like you saw the video on Ilokud exhibition, you saw me go on the ferry, you saw me meeting people, looking at the nature. That's kind of a way of doing journaling. But I can't go, maybe doing a blog one day, but not I.
You would have done it if you were going to do it. You would have. I'm just laughing too, because what you're saying is making me think, because I am so insular that, like, I don't do videos either. I don't take photos. I don't write. I don't do anything. Everything is in my head. And I've had people say, but what about like to show people? And I've said, but I have zero interest in that. This is my life. They're my experiences. However I want to experience it and remember it is mine. Is my way.
Yeah.
I'm not obligated to document anything for anyone else.
Yeah, but when you do, Suzanne, when you do your lives, for me, it's like you doing the journaling. I'm not that kind
they go away, right? Like they're.
Well, a live is, I don't know if you keep it on your. You don't keep it.
No, but Chantal, when do I do them? Like once every 6 months. Anyway, don't worry.
Sometimes I see you in the stories. You do journaling there. You see that's where I do. That's where I'm at.
Okay, am I a journaler? Okay.
That's journaling.
The
forget
truth
it.
comes
Okay.
out.
And you have
Oh.
my respect for that because I
Okay.
can't do that, you
All
know.
right.
So
Now I'm a journaler. I'm
Yeah.
expecting my Nobel Prize for literature shortly.
Oh,
Okay.
and on that